that okay if I turn the lights on? Yes, no? Howard, you want to give me a little more light? You guys look like you're in the dark corner. You can't remember them? Then write them down. You write them down. I'd say after you draw these about 5 times, you'll remember them. Okay, so here's the deal. I wish this would have said it, but it did not. This is a what kind of problem? It is a non-calculator problem. You will get this on your quiz. I think the quiz is next Monday. I think. Anyways. I know, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. But here we go. You need to tell me what angle has a ratio of 1 over 1. Well, when I start seeing 1 over 1, I kind of go towards this triangle. First of all, tangent is opposite over what? Adjacent. So if the ratio opposite over adjacent gives you 1 over 1, you got it. Well, I see 1 and 1. I'm going to try it. Obviously, tangent of this angle would be what? Opposite 1 over adjacent 1. The answer is what? 45. Okay. Now, that was very easy. Okay? Try the next one. Sine of theta equals square root of 3 over 2. Think like this. This is how you should be thinking. Sine of what angle gives me, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So I need this number over this number to come out of which triangle? Yeah, it's got to be the 30, 69 because you have what? Yeah, jump over here, guys, and just try it. Just pick one. Pick the 60. Is the opposite side, look over there, square root of 3, over the hypotenuse, is that? Yes. So we got it, and I didn't mean for that to happen. I should have tried the 30, but I didn't. Would the 30 have worked? No. Opposite of 30. 1 over hypotenuse. 2. 1 over 2 is not that. It's not right. You good? Okay. Try it again. Secant of theta equals 2 square root of 3 over 3. Try something. Get it wrong, you get it wrong. Who cares? Well, I'm glad you care, because if you care, it means we're going to get this right on the test. Andrew, what's the answer? You didn't get it. Cassie, what's the answer? She says, was it 30? She's not confident. What do you guys think? Is she right or wrong? She's right? Okay. Well, let's check it out. First of all, I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. Here's one way. One way is to say this. Secant is really what over what? Okay, too many people talking. Somebody talk.
1 over cosine.
Say again?
1 over cosine.
Oh, okay. 1 over cosine. I was trying to get you to use these words.
Hypotenuse over adjacent.
Hypotenuse what?
Over adjacent.
Okay. Hypotenuse over adjacent, because it's the reciprocal of cosine, and that's what you were saying. It's just 1 over cosine. But, so if that's the case, and here's what Cassie did. She picked 30, so she's taken the hypotenuse, which is what? 2 over the adjacent side to 30 is what? Square root of 3. That does not look like that until you rationalize it, okay? And you get 2 square root of 3 over what? 3. Bingo. She got it right. She got it right. That's one way to do it. Okay. Yes, no? You're not okay with that? Here's the deal. If that's, how did I get what? Okay, look at secant. Secant is the reciprocal to which one? Cosine. And since cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, secant would be hypotenuse over adjacent. So then when I looked at 30, I said, what's the hypotenuse? Well, that's the hypotenuse, too. That,
That's 30 because 30 is the angle you use to get to 30.
yes, 30 worked. Now guys, if I would have picked 60, do you realize 60 would have been wrong? Because 60 would have been what? Hypotenuse is what? 2 over the adjacent to 60 is 1. Is 2 over 1 this? No. 60 did not work. Okay. Now, who told me to do it this way? Zach, were you saying it? Or Anna, were you saying it? Okay. Well, Cassie gave me the answer. But here's the deal.
Oh, I said that.
Can I tell you something? I wouldn't even done it that way.
Really?
I'm going to show you what I do.
Look at
You don't have to do it my way. I'm just going to show you what I would have done. I went like this. You do what you want to do, but that's a good way, by the way, what you guys did. But here's what I do. I go like this. You want me to do secant? No way. I'm not doing secant. I'm going to do the reciprocal function. Cosine of theta equals, but guess what I have to do to my ratio? I have to flip it. 3 over what? 2 square root of 3.
That's what I did.
Now, if you want to clean that up, you can clean it up. Square root of 3 times square root of 3. This ends up being 3 square root of 3 over what?
6.
This is 3 times 2, 6. Reduce it to what? Okay. So guys, I'll be honest, I simplified. All I did is change it to cosine. I flipped my ratio, I simplified it. Then I'm going to ask myself this question. Cosine of what angle gives me square root of 3 over 2? I know cosine in my head pretty well. Cosine is, and since I already know the answer, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, and that's exactly what I have right there. I like working with cosine, sine, and tangent. You know what I don't like working with? Cosecant, secant, cotangent. It gets confusing to me. So what I do is I just say, okay, I'm just going to throw it out. I'm going to change it. But if I change it to cosine, what do I do to the ratio? Change it. Flip it. There you go. Flip it. But if you forget to flip it, guess what? You get it wrong. Okay? How many people just don't care? Either way. You get both ways? Okay. Do you have a preference, anybody? You like the first way. Because if you're told secant, if you tell me secant, I'll do hypotenuse over adjacent. Right? And it's already right there. Okay. Do it that way. If you like just to work with the big three are who? Sine, cosine, tangent. If you like those big three and you don't want to remember all 6, you can get rid of this, change it to cosine. Yes, no? Okay. All right, can I move on? That was a hard one. Did this, didn't we? Co-functions? Okay.
Yeah.
Did not do this.
Correct.
This is a calculator problem. Go ahead, use your calculator. You need to type this in. Give me sine of 34 degrees, 22 minutes. I'm trying to draw you a 34-degree looking triangle. I want sine. This is exactly what your calculator's doing. Your calculator's just taking the opposite side and it's dividing by the hypotenuse and it's giving you a number. Oh, how do you do that? So 34, how do you get degree? Second, second angle is, oh, apps,
It's
because
abs, but it goes to angle.
above apps is angle. Okay, hit number 1.
Yeah.
Then you go 22, second apps, which is angle. Hit number 2. Got it?
Yes.
Then oh, I'm sorry, you're supposed to hit sign of all this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What does it come out to?
Like,
Point what?
well, isn't it 5, 6,
I don't know.
point 5, 6, 4, 4?
Okay, 5, 6, 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go stop right there. So good? Yes or no?
Yep.
Who's got a no out there? Say no.
I say no.
You say no. Zoe says no. And Zoe and Zach, you're not in degrees. How do you get your calculator in degrees? You hit the mode button on top.
Down, over, enter.
Find mode.
Yeah.
Third one down. I think it says degree and radians.
Yeah.
Get in degrees.
Alright.
And that is exactly why some of you are gonna mess up on a quiz and not get your A or your B. You're gonna see because you were in the wrong mode. Okay.
So should we just
Wait.
always have our calculator in degrees?
Well, hey, you know what? It's your calculator.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do what you want. But see, that one is not in degrees. Okay, let's do this one. Cosecant of 80. How many people see the cosecant button? Huh? Yeah, what's the big 3? Which one? One over what? Yeah. Hey guys, you don't have a cosecant button. You just have to remember cosecant and sine are reciprocals. So all you'd have to do is this. All it is the reciprocal is the sine of 80. So just 1 over sine of 80. Comes out to be, yes? No? Are we okay? Yeah, what do you got, Zach?
1.0154.
Okay. 5, 4. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. He says roughly about 1.01, 1.015. Good? You want to see a different way to do it? Here's a different way. This is what I do. I go like this. I go like this. I know this is the reciprocal to who? Sine of 80. So all I do is this. I hit sine of 80 degrees. I get an answer. Okay, that's my answer. Although that's wrong. That's not right. But what do I have to do to my answer? Flip it. Where's the flip it button?
1 over that.
Well, no, 1 over x would be the flip it button. But you don't have that. You have this. You have a button, x to the negative 1. X to the negative 1 is 1 over x. That's your reciprocal button. So if you type sine of 80, get the answer, and then flip it with x to the negative 1, guess what you get? You get the same thing. I don't care what you do. I just want you to pick a way and stick with your way the rest of the year. Okay? So what do you think's wrong with C?
Some radians.
It is in radians. How'd you know?
Because it doesn't have degrees. It has pi.
Don't say pi. Don't say pi.
Radian.
No degrees.
There's no degree symbol. There's no degree symbol. It's radians. Now, right now, go get your calculator in radians, or else you're going to get this wrong. Get your calculator in radians. Emma, how did you type yours in?
I haven't
You haven't. Okay, Sophie, how'd you type yours in?
yet.
Zoe
Zoe took my calculator.
took the calculator. Brandon, how'd you type yours in?
1 divided by 10.
1 divided by tangent of what?
2 pi divided by 5.
2 pi divided by 5. Okay. So this is what Brandon did. Brandon just said, well, cotangent and tangent are reciprocals. So if they tell me cotangent, I'll do 1 over tangent of this. He's right. What'd you get?
0.325.
0.3 what?
325.
Good. But you could have went the other way, and the other way is, why don't you just hit tangent of what?
2 pi over pi.
Okay? But that's not the right answer. It's an answer. Then you're gonna do what?
Take
Take the
the reciprocal.
reciprocal, which is the x to the negative 1 button, and you should get the same thing. Okay? I don't care, but you just have to stick with some method and stick with it the rest of the year. Alright. So those 2 slides should have probably been done last week. So did you run into this stuff?
Yeah, well,
You probably were a little lost, huh? Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go into solve the triangle. Well, solve the triangle just means whatever sides are missing, find them. Whatever angles are missing, find them. So in this triangle, I've got a 34-degree angle here. I've got this side is 6. Everything else is missing. So this is alpha, that's alpha, but that is letter what in our alphabet? A. You like our alphabet? Put A. Oh, by the way, the side across from A, opposite of A, is called, called side A. This is angle A, this is side A. Uppercase for angles, lowercase for sides. Okay? If this is C, then this is angle C. If this is B, this is angle B. Okay? Kind of nice to label your sides and your angles. Okay, so we're missing BC and A. What do you want to find? A? Okay, A is easy. Or alpha. Alpha will be all 3 angles in a triangle? 180. Take away what you know. You know this is 34, right? And then you know to take off 90, right? Final answer?
56 degrees.
56 degrees. Yep. I don't know what this is. Let's see. That's probably 144. Probably would have been easier to take off 90 first. then take off 34.
46.
Okay. Good. Okay. So that's an easy one, I think. This one is 56 degrees. Okay. Okay. How do we get the other missing sides? Well, we're going to use trig. So here we go. When they give me 34, I do this. I want to go find one of those missing sides. Call this side B. Let's go find B. That's the what side? Opposite. What do I know? I know adjacent. Opposite, adjacent. Which trig function? Tangent. You guys, you should set up tangent. Tangent of 34 degrees should equal side B, the opposite side, over side 6, the adjacent. How do you solve? Say again.
Multiply by 6.
Multiply both sides by 6, or think of it as a proportion. This is the way I do it. Cross multiply your proportions. 1 times B is B. 6 times tangent. 6 times tangent of 34. Please remember, tangent of 34 is just a number. It could be 0.7. I don't know. Okay, how do you? Oh, this isn't too hard. It's just 6 times this. B, the missing side is roughly 4 point what? 05. Okay. Good. Okay, missing side 4.0 4.05.
Wait, so does that B have to be,
So here, what?
does that B have to be capitalized then?
That B, that B, that B. That B is side B.
Yeah, so does that.
Side B, sides are always lowercase.
Oh, and
Angles are
they're
uppercase. Yes. Okay. And over here, I never really did say this is. They use Greek letter alpha. I could have said this. I could have said A. Okay. Okay?
Okay.
Guys, I'm missing what side now?
C.
Is it C? Okay, go back up, look at it one more time. Thinking of your, think trig. If you want C, here's 34. This is called the what side? Hypotenuse. I would use the given. Don't use that number because what if you got that wrong? I would go with the given number. What's this called? Adjacent, hypotenuse, which trig function?
Cosine.
Can you just use Pythagorean theorem by then?
Oh.
Okay. Cosine, yes. Can't we use Pythagorean theorem? Yes. But here's the deal, guys. Pythagorean theorem, you hit that so hard in geometry, I'm not going to go through that again.
Okay.
You can use it. I'm going to go with trig. Cosine of 34 degrees equals
6 over C.
adjacent 6 over hypotenuse C. Yes?
Yes.
Cross multiply. 6 equals cross multiply C times cosine of 34 degrees. What do you do? Divide by cosine of what? 34 degrees. Knock out the cosines, right? C is equal to roughly 7.24. Would the Pythagorean theorem have done that?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did Pythagorean theorem and got the exact.
Yeah, but now remember, did you understand why I didn't do the Pythagorean? Because it's something you guys did over and over a year ago, or 2 years ago, whenever you were in geometry. I'm trying to get the trig in your head. Okay, good. Okay, well, where do we go with all this? Oh, I thought we were going to a story problem, but we're not. Sorry, there's one more to do. Go. Alpha is A, beta is what? B, and we'll call this side, this angle, we'll call this C, so this would be side C, side A, side B. It is nice to label. It's not easy finding that angle when all you know is an angle. Can you find the angle? Right now, can you find the angle? Without, hey guys, if all I know is 90 degrees, I don't know that angle, can I find these, one of those out?
With a calculator.
How?
If you use the sine to the negative 1, I don't know what that.
That's called inverse sine.
The inverse sine, if you do the sine of alpha, which is 14 over 24, then you do inverse sine of 14 divided by 24.
So here's the deal. You have to do some work to get those angles. And that's what I meant. Right now, at this point, I can't figure out either one of these. But what you could do is, like he's saying, he's looking and he says, this is the opposite side of alpha. This is the what side? Opposite the right angle. Hypotenuse. Opposite hypotenuse, you should be going with what? Sine of alpha equals 14, opposite, over the hypotenuse 24. That's what Zach was telling me. Okay, now here's the deal. This is not a non-calculated problem. I'm not expecting you to know what angle gives me this ratio. I'm not expecting you to know that, except for those 30-60s and those 45-45s. So you may use your calculator, and here's the problem. This is what we want. We need this word to go away. How do you get rid of a sign? The reciprocal of sine. What's the reciprocal of sine? Inverse sine. Yeah. If you take inverse sine times sine, they do cancel out. You get alpha. But then get over there and do what? Inverse sine of 14 what? 24. Okay. Oh, that's all I got to do? Every time you hit inverse, now hit inverses, isn't it? Hit second sine, which is inverse sine. Every time you hit that, what are you getting now? You're getting angles. They're giving you the angle that creates that ratio. So you're going to say what? If you're in degrees, you're going to say 35 what?
35.69 basically.
35 what?
Well, it's 685.
685, 69. Okay. So that would go where? Right here. But if that's what alpha is, then beta is really simple to find because you just do the old 180 minus the 90 minus the 35.69 and come up with, help, 54.31 okay, degrees. Okay, so we've got alpha, we've got beta. We just don't have what? Side B. We don't have side B. Could you? Could you do the Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah.
Sure you can. But guess what?
You're not gonna.
I'm not gonna. So here's B. So you got to pick an angle. I'm gonna pick alpha. Alpha. What's this side to alpha? Adjacent. What's this side to alpha? Hypotenuse. Adjacent. Hypotenuse. Which one? Cosine of alpha. Alpha is right there, guys. It's 35.69 degrees. Equals what over what? B over 24, yeah. Now do remember this, the Pythagorean theorem does all this, right? 1 times B is B. Roughly that times that. Anybody want to say it? 1949. Right? Yeah? Do you guys remember this? In a right triangle, what's the longest side? Hypotenuse. So if this would have came out like 27, what would you guys have thought? That's not right. So this side better be smaller than this. This side better be smaller than this. And if you're looking for the hypotenuse, it better be what? The longest side. It better be. Yeah, or else you did something wrong. Okay, now this is where I was going. Why are we learning all this? Because many, many problems we deal with are story problems. Before you get to a story problem, I got to cover the two things that really bug students a lot. That is angle of what? Depression. All that means is you are looking horizontally. There's a line of sight, and that's got to be a horizontal line. And if you're looking down a mountain, if you look down the mountain, you create an angle of depression. But if you look straight out and then you see a plane, you look at the plane, that's called a what? That's elevation. That's you. That's you looking straight out, and then you look up, and that creates an angle of elevation. You got it? That's all it is. But be careful. Be careful. All right. This is where I turn you loose. Go. Go get the answer. You got it? Point at it, and I'll just say, go to the next slide. Yep. Go to the next slide. Yep. Yep. And no.
This one?
Yep. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep. Nope. You got it? Which one is it? Oh, you're still working. Sorry. If you're okay, just kind of point at it. I'll say yes to you. Yes. Hint. Draw a picture of a flagpole, the sun, all that good stuff. You're really, really close to my answer, but you're not there. H. Where did this? Oh no, this is off. Not by much though, but that's not right. This is red, 40 degrees east of me. Now you sailed your ship from port, you travel 82 miles. Right at that moment, right there. You turn your ship. Then you turn at this direction. So that 40 degrees is not down there. Yeah. Okay. Hey, there's my picture. There's the sun. Comes and it's the top of the pole. Creates a shadow to this point. How do you measure shadows? From here to here? No. You can't measure that. You have to have a rope to measure that. Your shadow's from the base to what? The edge of the shadow. So this is X. Now, the angle of elevation was you what? Looking up. You look up, see the sun, 22 degrees. How tall is this? 32 feet. Okay. You want the shadow? Well, this side is what? Yeah, okay, here's your right triangle. This is called the what side? Opposite. This is opposite. This side's called what? That's called the adjacent. Opposite adjacent should be what? Tangent. You should have used tangent of 22 degrees. Equals opposite. 32 over the shadow. X, the adjacent. And that is the correct setup. Hardest part for you guys is probably going to be simply draw the picture. Really, it is. Because if you draw the picture wrong, you're going to set up the wrong equation. Well, this is just going to be what? 32 equals x times this, right? What do? Divide by tangent, and you get, I'm not sure. What is it?
79.
Oh yeah, 79.28,
To,
something like that. Good. Again, I said it. The hardest part is what? Draw the picture. It simply is. And sometimes the pictures are really easy. Go, try this one. Got an answer? Point. Yes. Try that one. That's kind of difficult. Oh, okay. Here. Sorry. Yep. Let me show you something. Okay. So I'm trying down here a little bigger. Here, there. Okay, I'm gonna make it more drastic. East. Okay, this is your north. East of north is 40. And of course, you want to know how far it is about from here, right? Yeah. So you can't use some plateau because this is not a right triangle.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell everybody, you have to somehow make right. This is east. This is west. This is north. This is south. But I don't want to give you any more because I want you to figure it out. There's right triangles in there. You just gotta watch it. Okay, anybody got it? Yes. Try that one. Hey guys, if I say yes to you, go try the next one. One or just one? Okay. Go ahead. Yep. Go to the next one. That's good. Yep. Yeah. Tangent opposite x equals 12. You were all That's what we want. I don't know. No. You're trying to make too much algebra out of this. It's just draw the picture, use the numbers that were given. And usually one number wasn't there. That's where you say opposite or adjacent and stuff like that. You know, one's given, one's not. Okay. Can I go, guys? Good old Jim. Jim stands next to a building. Here's Jim. Okay. Jim stands how far from the building? 12 feet. So he's 12 feet away from the building. Okay. And measures the angle of elevation to be to the top of the building to be 40 degrees. Well, first of all, his eyes. I mean there's the horizontal. You got it? He looks up to the top of the building, so he looks up and he goes, oh, there's the top. And he says, this is what? 40 degrees. Yeah, degrees. Okay, but then if you keep reading, if his line of sight is 5 feet above the ground, how high is the building? Well, do you realize from here to here is how high? 5 feet. So it's 5 feet plus this distance, the height. Can I call that h for height? Okay, well, what else am I missing? Oh, the 12, it's right here. This is 12, but so is this, isn't it? So if that's 12, are you looking at this as your triangle right here? Right there? Okay, which one did you go with? What side is this? Opposite, what side is this? Adjacent. I hope you went with tangent of 40 degrees equals opposite, which is the height, over the horizontal, adjacent. This is actually pretty simple because all it was is this. 12 times tangent of 40 equals height. What was that? 10 something? 10 point something like that? Is it 07 or was it? Is it 07? Okay. It's roughly 10.07 plus what? Plus that 5, so you got to add that on. So, yeah? How tall is the building? 15.07 feet. Put my unit on the back side. Questions? All right, we got 10 minutes. Try that last one. I drew a little bit of a bend there, but if you read the problem, you'll get what I did, I think. Do you know how to read this? How do you read that? N40 E means what? 40 degrees
From the north.
from the north. Okay. Here's what you're supposed to say 40 degrees. See the second letter? 40 degrees what? East of what main direction? North. So it's kind of weird. It's like you got to go 40 degrees in the middle, then say go east, which means turn east from what direction? From the north. And north on paper is straight up. On paper. So we go straight up. And if you turn east, which way is east? It is, yeah, east is to the right, west is to the left, and south is straight down. So here I go. I turn 40. Okay. And I travel for how long? How long do I travel that direction? 30 miles. So this is 30 miles. And then it says, how far is the ship from port? Well, this is where we are. Port is where we began. We began where? Right there. So isn't this what I want to find? I'm going to use D for distance. D for distance. D for distance. Can I use SOHCAHTOA right now?
No,
Why not?
there's no high. Right?
You can't, yeah. If you tried SOHCAHTOA right off the bat, sine, cosine, tangent, you aren't going to get this right. There's no right triangle. You have to create right triangle. Now, every time you see a vertex of your picture, here's a vertex, here's a vertex, here's a vertex. You can create hidden lines that represent north, south, east, west. Guess what north, south, east, west makes? 90s. Ha-ha! We're gonna get triangles. Watch this.
Eventually.
That's a east-west line. This is a north-south line. You guys see the 90s already? 90, 90, 90, 90. Here's one. And straight up is north and straight down would be south. Okay. I know it gets messy, but here's the deal. You need right triangles. Do you see any right triangles right now?
Yeah.
I heard yeah. Where? Right there. Good answer. Yeah. How about right here? This is a right angle. Would you agree that this is one? You guys, you know this is 40. You know this is 30, right? Could you figure out this one? And this one maybe? Using trig? The more you put on paper, the better this is going to look. Here's the deal. You want this one, don't you? Don't you want this one? Well, guess what? If you guys knew what this length was and this length was, I bet you could get your hypotenuse. You have a right triangle here, little one, and a big one right here. I'd start with my little one. You better go find this side. And you better go find this side. And then once you get those two sides, things are going to get a lot better for you. Can I call this one X and this one Y? To find X, which trig function would you use? Opposite of 40 is X. This is called the what? Hypotenuse. Opposite hypotenuse. I'd probably go with sine. Sine of 40 equals what? X over 30. Oh, this is so easy. Look, 30 times this equals X. What does X equal, guys? Let's do nearest hundredth. Nearest hundredth.
19.28.
28? Okay. All right, I got it. This is 19.28. All right, 19.28. That helps because in this big rectangle, I've got this side to be 19.28. I just need to know this length. From here to here is 82. What's this piece? That's Y. Let's go find Y. Well, if you want Y, that's called what? You can do the Pythagorean. You can. That's called the adjacent. What's this called again? Adjacent hypotenuse would be cosine of 40 equals adjacent Y over hypotenuse. Oh, this is another easy one, isn't it? 1 times Y is Y. 30 times cosine of 40 is what?
22.98.
22.98. Got it. Okay. I'm getting it slowly. Slowly, I'm getting it. Okay. 22.98. All right. You see your big triangle now? From here to here? Is how far? Yeah, add the two, but what do you get? Okay, 104 what? 104.98. Then you go this way. 19 point what? 28. And your ship, right? Your ship is here. How far are you from port? That's it. You know what I do now? Pythagorean theorem. I do Pythagorean because this is so easy now. That'd be what? 19.28 squared plus 104.98 squared. Square root it all to get C. I know you think I'm going to give you the answer. I don't know the answer. Help. Yeah, Tommy.
It's 106.74.
106.74 says Tommy.
Correct.
Miles, I suppose, or what? Kilometers?
Miles.
Miles. And we made it. We made it on time.